I read that you're not going to burden your children with the fortune that you've amassed. And
That's not the word they use, but you've got the idea.
I just wondered, to that extent, could you lend some words of wisdom about family and disciplining children with money?
Well, my general belief is if you've got a lot of money, that you should probably leave, and I got this idea, this phrase from somebody else, but that you should leave your children enough money so they can do anything, but not enough so they can do nothing. And I think that there's probably a certain social justice in that. I think, and on top of that, I happen to think probably, in aggregate, it's probably best for development of individuals, although there could be lots of exceptions to that. But I have used the analogy that, I run into people all the time, at the country club who say, isn't it terrible that these people are on welfare, and that they get food stamps, and then that just creates a cycle of dependency, and then you get second-generation welfare recipients because they were used to getting the food stamps from their welfare officer before, and they never stop to think that maybe inherited wealth is really just a lifetime supply of food stamps, given through a trust officer instead of a welfare officer. They never think about the debilitating effect of that, that waking up at age 10 seconds and finding out that you never have to work, compared that to somebody that's probably got a couple of kids that they don't know what to do with and have plenty of problems of their own and are struggling, and they say, well, we're going to ruin this poor person's desire to work if we don't, if we give them something to let them buy a little food. I personally think that society is responsible for a very significant percentage of what I've earned. If you stick me down in the middle of Bangladesh or Peru or someplace, you'll find out how much this talent is going to produce in the wrong kind of soil, and I will be struggling 30 years later. So society, I work in a market system that happens to reward what I do very well, disproportionately well. But so does, Mike Tyson did too. If you can knock a guy out, in 10 seconds and earn $10 million for it, this world will pay a lot for that. If you can bat 360, this world will pay a lot for it. If you're a marvelous teacher, this world won't pay a lot for it. If you're a terrific nurse, this world will not pay a lot for it. Now, am I going to try and come up with some comparable word system that somehow distributes that? No, I don't think you can do that. But I do think that when you're treated enormously well by this market system, where in effect the rest of society showers goods and services, or the ability to buy goods and services on you because of some peculiar talent. Maybe your adenoids are a certain way, so you can sing and everybody will pay you enormous sums to be on television or whatever. I think society's should have a big claim on that. If you're lucky enough to be the child of somebody in that position, I think cutting them off with zero is probably a mistake. But I think that setting them up so that essentially they've got this lifetime supply of claims on other people's production of goods and services in society for the rest of their life, it doesn't make much sense to me. My kid will be glad to come and rebut this next week.